another video, called like how about Shin Show. This is all praises to the Most High in the name of His Son in the Hebrew tongue. But I want to make this video real quick about what's going on across seas right now, because you got these heathens now. They got these weapons that America got. At first, America could go around with their military doing all type of shit. These Iranians, these Persians. Let me go to this one scripture real quick. It says, let the weak sound strong. Yeah, go right there. It's like, no, in the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. And most of these countries, they wasn't really like warlike. It was war always going on, but they wasn't on a high level with this war shit. Like you see these damn Edomites with. Now these other countries that usually be in agriculture, mining, doing different stuff like that. Now they got nukes and shit now. So they ain't giving a fuck about none of this. Now that's what the scripture talking about when it says, let the weak say I'm strong. And you still got niggas talking about missiles not biblical. So I'm gonna go back into that once again, even though I talked about it. Going right back into the Smiths. And the glittering sword. That's another scripture that just popped in my mind. No, it's talking about a glittering sword. It ain't talking about no sword with glitter and shit on it. That's a parable. Because some people be simple and be like, oh, well, back then they had swords. Back then, maybe. No, it ain't talking about that. Let me go to it. Okay, this one of them. It says, in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 41, it says, if I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. Now, these other heathens, these other countries, and these other people, whatever, they hate Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Ultimately, how they show they hate them by how they treat the people. You go around, some of these people around the world, they might show some hospitality or whatever, but overall, as a whole, people don't give a fuck about us. They exploit our people. They exploit the women. Like, the women, they want to go lay up on the Esau, and Ishmael and shit, and then they look at their own man like they ain't shit, which a lot of these niggas ain't shit, but still the fact remains, though, it's supposed to be like a certain type of bond and a mutual respect, knowing like, okay, these are people still. Because sometimes these niggas get on my nerves too, but I still know these still are people though. They just need a little guidance. But go to another scripture real quick. Book of Isaiah chapter 54 verse 16. Once again, it says, behold, I have created the smith to blow up the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created a waster to destroy. Hey, this a waster right here. Let's look up that word waster and we'll go into it. God went into the word smith numerous times about the smiths. The smithing, got the goldsmith, the locksmith, the gunsmith. Now let me look into the waster. Let me see. No, waster. It says a wasteful person or a thing. Now, shooting these off right here, that's very wasteful. It's a wasteful thing too. Once they go off, man, they wasting a lot of goddamn people. That's the main point of this for people. Because I see little people, they post little videos and stuff, and they mislead people and having them thinking that nukes ain't in the scriptures. Well, how this place gonna get turned into a lake of fire? Then on top of that, you got these Russians saying it only take like 30 minutes to almost an hour, or maybe 30 minutes flat for them to shoot their ship from that side of the earth to over here, and they really ain't that far when you look at the whole spectrum of the map. And then when you read the scriptures in the Book of Revelations, it says this place gonna be made desolate within an hour. So that's all it's gonna take is 1 hour. All this shit has been built up. You see all these construction companies and all this stuff. They still building buildings and fucking roadways and all that. Hey, that shit getting wiped the fuck out. That shit ain't finna be up here no longer. All right, I'm gonna go down some more real quick. Let me see. See if I can find the actual root word. I'm gonna type it in like this. Let's see. Word origin. Normally to pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up so the okay. Now you got Middle English. You got waste. Old Northern French is waster. You got the Latin is vastus. I mean, it's good to know these words because sometimes when you read the scriptures, it might be one word to say one thing, like the John 3:16 stuff when they say the world. It ain't talking about the whole planet. It's talking about the world of Israel. Because you had this one thing that used to come to Florida all the time. And it was called the world of nations. Now, the world of nations, it would be multiple nations. You got Chinese out there, Japanese, Jamaicans, you got Haitians and stuff out there. Then you have people from like Sudan, you have people from like Germany, all different type of places selling their merchandise and their foods and stuff like that. So when you read that John 3:16, and it says, "Oh, that basically," let me go into that real quick since I'm talking about it. You know, it's a little off topic, but we still relate to what I'm talking about. That's the key part of knowing these words. I had to explain this to this young woman the other day. She called herself about to come up to me and teach me something, but I had to teach her something. But you know, that's what it's for. That's what it's knowledge for, to edify people. Now it says John 3:16. It says, "For Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Now, the word "world" in here go back to cosmos, and then you have world in other formats or whatever. It might go on like go back to like eon or something like that. So let me go back into this. In the Greek, it's cosmos. It says world, people, cosmos, or universe. Now you know when you read the script, they ain't talking about no universe. It ain't talking about just the world. It's talking about the people. Because what people did the Lord come back for? And what people is he coming back for again? Because everybody Hey, everybody on the planet ain't finna make it on this go around. And let me look it up in one more language. I think it's Latin if I'm mistaken. It's Orbis, which is talking about the actual planet. But it's another one too. I want to say it might be Eon if I'm mistaken. Okay, I'm off about that one. That's about the time frame. I'm thinking about something else. But the word cosmos and you got Orbis, you gotta think about that when you read certain words like this. Just like how you got light. I broke this down numerous times to people. You got the word light as far as like turn on the light, and then you got lightweight. So just because you see one word, that don't mean to mean exactly what you see. Now I'm gonna go back into these videos because a lot of this shit been popping off, this war stuff going on, and it's just a matter of time for it to escalate. You know, as we go on with our day-to-day lives, yeah, some people they know what's going on, and then you have those that don't. Those willingness to reach people that don't and actually want to know, and the ones that ain't meant to know, hey, they just ain't meant to know. You still got the Levites down there wilding out in Haiti. They said riot police open fire. Yeah, anti-government protests in Haiti. So there's hella shit been going on. Russian Su-27 fighter intercepts U.S. bomber, the B-52H. I seen another video too about some war stuff going on. This was happening, wars and rumors of wars. And it just ain't touched over here yet, but it's coming though. And all these different militaries getting positioned over there near the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And eventually they're gonna fight each other, but they're gonna stop fighting each other and turn and fight the Lord when they see the Lord coming back. Then you have people still be like, oh, well, the Lord ain't have no son. Well, why when you read the book of Job, which is considered the Old Testament, and it says the sons of God came before him. But he ain't got no sons though. But see, but people be playing, man. This shit ain't no fucking joke. Just our heritage. Just like how you got people that play sports, there's boxing, doing all type of stuff in the world. Who run it? Who number one? Who number one basketball players? Like, ain't no coincidence that there's one guy named Zion. It's a new guy getting in the NBA or whatever, which I ain't really been keeping up with basketball like that. I just happen to see it trending. But ain't no coincidence that that name is even being known like that. Like, it's more than just seeing a basketball player named Zion. Because the name of that, let me go to the definition of that name. It's supposed to be monument, a holy monument. And the Hebrew is to Zion. Let's see. The hill of Jerusalem, which the city of David was built. And you got some more definitions too, though. The heavenly city, the kingdom of heaven. And you go back to the translation, you got Zion, you got the Latin, Sion, then the Hebrew to Zion. And that's what we going back to. Once some heathens get out of our land, that war pop off. Let me go back to it because they got a basketball player on there right now. It means also highest point. I'm just trying to find a different definition because Esau got a lot of bullshit mixed in with the truth online too, because they know a lot of this information out and certain people researching stuff. They try to bring it out, so they try to make it a little bit different. Because years ago, if you'd have typed this in, this would have had way more information at the bottom. Now they done broke it down. Well, yeah, that's what they do though. That's why you gotta give diligence and make sure you're calling an election is sure, so you can see what's really going on and be able to bring it out. And be able to share the same information with other people too. Because a lot of people don't even really know about this. They don't know about no Zion. They don't know about Jerusalem. They don't know. They don't even know that our actual language ain't even English. But yeah, ain't no coincidence that all this stuff popping off. And then you see this guy name. Our people end up being number one in boxing, soccer, football, basketball, tennis, shooting pool, swimming, all that different stuff, running track. And then ain't no coincidence that the number one book in the world is the scriptures. Now, who book would that be then if that's number one like that? You could just piece it together if you got eyes to see and ears to hear. If not, you'll probably think, oh, the white man wrote this book and all that. When the scriptures clearly condemn these damn Edomites on a high level. And some woman texted me, no, she like people. And when I be doing these videos, somebody always want to hit me up in the middle of it. I'm glad it ain't stop it. They hit me up like in the middle of it, but when I really ain't know you're doing this right now, it's like sometimes the phone will be dry, sometimes it really won't be dry. But yeah, that's what be going on. She can get talked to later. I just want to bring this up. This is what I've been seeing in the news. Let me go back. Wars and rumors of wars, and then I'm gonna go into the scripture about the lake of fire, because people still think nukes not biblical. Like, you got to be crazy to think nukes not biblical. The Most High created everything. Put the thoughts in these people's minds. Let's see. Heart. That's what I look for. The heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. He turneth whatsoever he makes. It's in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21. See what I'm going to start at. 21. Start at verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he may. So all these rulers, whether you see Trump on TV, Erdogan, Benjamin, not a Jew, whoever else you see on TV, the Most High controlling them. He sent his angels down and do his work. They put the spirit on them to control them. And you read the certain scriptures, you can look for it. They talk about that. Him sending out prophets, just sending out messages, and then also him sending out angels to alter certain stuff that's going on. Now it says, every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondeth the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice, and high look in a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin. So you look at these damn rulers, they be proud as hell. They damn sure not humble because they have hell of resources and riches. But do you see them actually really trying to help society? No. Now it says, the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but everyone that is hasty only to want. It says, to get in the treasures by a lying tongue is vanity tossed to and fro for them that seek death. And a lot of these treasures that these rulers got, they got them by a lying tongue. Like, for example, you got the U.S. government saying that these Iranians planting mines and doing all type of shit over there. The whole time is these devils these devils making psyops and saying they doing stuff so just so they can go over there and be like, well, we got to go over and send troops over here because look what they doing. But the whole time is they ass doing the shit. Now it says in verse 7, it says, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. The way of a man is fraud and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. It's better to dwell. And I ain't going to go into that because that's a whole other topic. But it is stuff to be going on because a lot of men that have these women, hey, man, you got to rule over your women, man. We the men, they got to be in order. If they're not, they can kick fucking rocks. It's plain and simple. But it says it is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Cause man, if you ever been up on a high ass roof and did like construction work or laid down tarp and the different stuff they put up, the shingles and stuff on there, they put on the roof, and you see how that corner of a housetop look. You look down, it's like, damn, that shit, that looks spooky. That's better than being with a damn woman in a White House. But anyways, that's a whole another topic I'll get into for later because, I know a few Aki on there was telling me something about the situation with their women. The main thing I want to get into is about these missiles being biblical and this war popping up. It says, I got a feeling this girl about to call me because she keep texting, but she going to have to get ignored. But anyway, it says, like a fire. Now, in the book of Peter, too, it says, knowing that all these things should be dissolved, what manner of person you ought to be. What dissolves stuff? Fire. You set something on fire, that shit can dissolve. Only thing that can be left is dust. If that, with nuclear fire, it's going to be a whole nother level. Now, in the book of Revelation, let me see. Let me make sure I find a blue letter. Because I ain't trying to go to no J-Dub. If anybody know about that, anybody know about that J-Dub, they know about the J-Dub. And they be trying to twist shit up. That's what them Edomites started. So you have people all bugged out and shit. Let's see. Blue letter Bible. A Bible hub. But yeah, I don't even want to search for it on here. I try not to make a habit of being on this technology because we ain't gonna always have this internet and all this shit. Try to make sure I be in this book too. I got it marked. I'm gonna go straight to it. Now, before I go to that, I'm gonna go to 2 Peter and then I'll end it off on that. And that's in 2 Peter chapter 3. It says verse 11. But yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It's like, hey, the Spirit lead me to number 9, so I'm starting at verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Now, if he promised not to flood the earth again with water, but the next one going to be with fire, don't you think that he going to keep that promise? And it says, as some man count slackness, but is long suffering to us, where it says, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. It says, but the day of the Lord becomes a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. When you hear the missile shoot off and land, that's a great noise. It said, the elements shall melt with fervor.